Okay. Wait, you gotta wait the camera. See, I gotta make sure y'all laugh, people, so you know.
I'm over 18.
Stop.
Can you start over?
No, it's fine. Alright, so my last speech had to do with, guns and teachers having guns and, why is it safe for children? But I was thinking, I had to do revamp my speech. So I was thinking, why don't I explain where the danger is really coming from? So, as it says, gun regulations aren't the solution. Because we're calling for gun reform, gun regulations, and all these other things. We're telling the president, where people are getting mad, people are getting aggravated, but are the gun regulations really the problem? America has more than gun laws than all these places. They have more than Australia, Canada, and England. We have more gun laws than all these places, yet we have way more gun murders a year. All these places have little to no gun murders, if any. But America, it skyrockets. So, is gun regulations really a problem? Because they also have less laws than us. Are gun laws the problem, or are they what we're teaching people about these guns? I say that we need to show the children, the younger generation, how to love each other and love on each other and show each other respect and all these things. Working at a school, you see a lot of things and you see a lot of differences in how they said children were then versus they are now. We see them arguing, fussing, and fighting. The whole facade of children are happy and always loving on each other. It's a myth. At least nowadays it is. So I think that we need to show them how to love on each other. And if we show them how to love on each other, I feel like we can have them safer and we can have a better tomorrow. So let's keep the children safe. But one of those things that we have to do in order to keep this on a roll, because America always, we go with these things and we're on a roll and then it just stops after a while. But in order to fix this problem, we have to solve another problem. I'm not going to get too in depth about the bullying, but bullying does go into this because children don't just wake up one day and say, I'm just going to take a gun to school, or I'm going to borrow my dad's gun and go to school and show them why they should stop messing with me. That key word in there is they're messing with me. Somebody's doing something to invoke anger or frustration into these kids. We need to stop the bullying. And not saying it's mainly with these kids, but around 3% to 3.3, so 33% of children are born with deformities. We don't really teach our kids about how to deal with these things. We have people that, they act a certain way, they do a certain thing, but we don't show them, we don't teach our kids how to react to these things. So it's new, it's foreign. So most kids tend to stay away, and then there's a couple kids that are their friend, and then there's the other kids that bother them because they look different, they sound different, they act different. They do all these different things, and difference is always looked at as abnormal, weird, like it's out there. Some people use weird in a good term, some people use it in a horrible term. So it's a different thing, and people are like sticking out like a sore thumb, and there's nobody there to protect them, because once you have somebody there to protect you, but you don't really know them, they kind of, stray away. It's like, oh, that's not my problem, that's theirs. Most school shootings, it skyrocketed around 2012. And 2012 to now, it's just been growing. Actually, from the beginning to now, it's been growing. It's just getting worse. But we keep calling for gun laws, and it's making it worse. More things. The handgun back in the 1990s, 1900s, the handgun was banned. But around that same time, more gun murders, crimes, thefts were committed with a handgun. Just because you take away something from law-abiding citizens doesn't mean somebody that doesn't follow the law and doesn't really care isn't going to take that same thing they can't use to protect themselves and turn it on as a weapon for them. The gun laws and the gun reform, all these things, that's not the problem. It's how we are raising this generation. If we don't raise this generation to love on each other, it's not going to work. We got to get along. Apple and Android, we gotta get along better than these people. Because Apple and Android, we got these feuds, we got these fights, and they're a bad example for our kids. We need to stop that. We need to get along. This picture shows you, we all need to get along, even Apple and Android users. So, let's protect them to protect the world. How much was that, my time?
Oh, wait, hold on.